everyone, Lisa here. I am here today with another Saturday Stash Dive episode, and for this month's focus, we are focusing on letters. So it's anything related to letters, whether it's stickers or stickers or wood veneer, alpha, or silhouette die cuts. So for this episode, I am showing you my prep video in with my actual video. I experienced some technical difficulties for the last few days, so I'm hoping that maybe this might work a little bit better. So then that way I only have to do the whole video all at once rather than do one on the Thursday. So let me know what you guys think, whether you like me showing the actual supplies on the Thursday or if you like it embedded in the video. So let me know. I'm showing you some of the products here, and there's lots of Dear Lizzy. So whether it's Fifth and Frolic, Neapolitan, or the Lucky Charm, but it's a lot of Dear Lizzy products that I've pulled. They just worked really, really well together, and the colors were kind of what I was looking for. So that's the only reason why. It has nothing to do with, you know, I just went to one brand. It was just the colors I was looking for, and they just seem to work really well together. So here you see I have a piece of paper cut from white cardstock, and I used my silhouette to cut this background. And what I had done is I just picked a font that I really, really liked, and I typed out the word love. And then I took that and I replicated it to fill the page. And then I started deleting a couple of the words and then moving them around on the page until it was kind of an orientation that I had liked. And it looked really good on the paper. So that is how I cut that one out. And pardon me, my voice is really, really scratchy today, and I don't know why. So I apologize. And I apologize if it sounds like I'm not talking for a little while, but I'm probably drinking water or something like that. So apologies again. It's been a rough week on me. But anyway, here you can see me. I cut out some of these hearts from the Fifth and Frolic paper, and they look like cross-stitch hearts. And they're a little bit of a bigger element, but they're going to take a little bit of a background feel to it rather than the hearts being standing out on the front. You'll see what I mean once we get farther on into the page. And then the other thing I was going to mention was this is a new camera setup for me, so I hope it works really, really well. I've gone through my one webcam that I normally use, which I used for like over a year, all of a sudden decided to die one day, and I have gone through 2 brand new webcams to see if I could get the same result, and I couldn't. So I am actually using my camera, which it seems like the color on the camera is a lot truer than what the webcams were. However, I don't know if it is going to look better when I upload it, but right now it looks a little bit grainy. So I'm hoping once I upload the video it will be a little bit better quality. So let me know what you guys think again about the quality of it. So you can kind of see me flipping through some papers and doing some fussy cutting, and I'm going to be using a lot of these elements for layers, and because I want the background to stand out quite a bit, I do not want to over embellish or over layer on top of these die cut words. I want the background to take a little bit of a stronger focus in this case. And the other thing I should mention too is, I don't think I had mentioned this, but that love background paper, I actually had cut it down half an inch, or sorry, no, it was 1/4 of an inch off of each side, so that there's an 1/8 inch border all the way around that blue triangle paper. And I wanted that blue triangle paper to be a very, very thin matte, just so you could see a little bit more of the background. So I don't know if I had mentioned that, but if I did, I'm sorry. And that's what I was doing. And you can see I am playing with some more layers. I'm just looking around. And while I'm fussing with the layers, I had mentioned last week that I was going to do a giveaway. If you guys left a comment about who your favorite new CHA release was. So I have the names in a bucket here. So while you guys are enjoying watching my fussing of all these layers underneath the photo, I thought I would do the draw. So I'm not sure if you can hear, but I have all the names in a little bucket right here. I cut them all out. I do not use random.org. I am old school, and I cut the papers up and I put them in a basket and I draw the name because I think it's a little bit more exciting than drawing a number off of the computer. So with that being said, oh, hang on a second before I do that. Oh, I know the suspense is killing you. So I want to mention here, I have some letters out, and this is another part of a challenge for you guys. So I have these stickers here. I love the font, however, the color doesn't really go well with my layout. So I am going to take some glitter glue and I am going to put that on my letters. And it takes a really, really long time to dry, so just make sure you allow time for that. And I am using the eucalyptus color, and it matches the kind of greenish teal look in the Dear Lizzie paper that I was going for. So that is another part of your challenge. And I was doing a test on it, and it had some little bit of gold flecks for the glitter glue that I tried. I just want to make sure the technique works. So yeah, so that is a different kind of challenge for you, is to take your letters and dress them up a little bit, whether it's with paint, glitter glue, or even mist, even if you wanted to mist them up in a different color. That is definitely a good way to use your letters if you're not overly happy with the color of them. And here I should also mention that I'm taking some of these gelatos, and the pink one that I'm using right now is metallic melon, and I'm just rubbing it around in different spots to make it look like a watercolor, and I love this look. And I got these gelatos from Sandra, and Sandra, thank you so much. I love them. I just love the airy look to it. So I'm going to be doing that, and then I'm going to take another color called peach, and I'm going to use that as a secondary color around where I had already kind of watercolored, so to speak, just to give it a different hue to it, a secondary hue. And it's really pretty. I recommend trying something like this. You don't necessarily have to have gelatos. You could definitely use mist and just really water the mist down, or you could use paint, watercolor paint, but it's really pretty. So that's some advice for you guys. So anyway, you can kind of see I'm fussing around here, and I believe I'm going to be putting the layers back on, and I'm going to be fussing with the layers again. So yeah, so while I'm fussing with the layers again, I'll get back to the draw. So sorry guys, I know it's killing you, the suspense, I can feel it. So anyway, here's the basket again. You can hear it. So I am not looking in the basket, just so you know, and I'm drawing a name, and the name is, the lucky winner is Extreme Soccer Mom. Yay, you are a winner, so PM me your address and your info, and I will get a really cool surprise package off to you. I don't want to tell you what's in it, but I will give you a hint that some of the stuff that I recently purchased on some hauls is going to be in your package. So you will have to watch my haul videos to see what sort of goodies you might get. Anyway, her comment said, great layout. I like how you use the navy to ink the edges. I think colors sometimes work better than black or brown and are less predictable. As for my favorite CHA, it's probably the new Maggie Holmes, which I have to agree with her. I love the new Maggie. Actually, I love all of the new CHA stuff coming out. I don't know if there's any one particular question or collection that I don't like. I like bits and pieces out of almost all of the releases for this term. Wow, there's so much stuff to choose from. That's all I can say. So, yay, Extreme Soccer Mom. I'm so excited for you to get your prize package. So, yay. Again, PM me if she does not PM me by let's say Tuesday. I will give her till Tuesday. I will post a video on Wednesday of the new winner of the giveaway. So she has until Tuesday. So that is awesome. Thank you guys so much for commenting. I wanted to see how many of you actually watched my videos throughout, and I'm so impressed that you guys actually stick with me. So I'm so thrilled. Thank you so much. So again, back to the layout, you can kind of see I've done a couple different things with some layers. I added some of those gold sequin triangles. And I am really into triangles lately. I don't know why or what it is about them. I'm just really into them lately. And you can see I added another jar. I fussy cut another jar out, and I'm putting that up in the top embellishment area. And I didn't want my embellishment area right up at the very, very top of the page. I wanted it to be a little bit more down and a little closer to my photo, just because I wanted the background to have a little bit more of a focus than what it had right now. And here I'm going to do some journaling, but what I should have done is I should have did this right at the beginning, but I wasn't 100% for sure where my journaling was going to go. So with all those foam dots on it was a little bit scary to write these lines, but I just went really light, and I didn't seem to have a problem. And when I did my journaling, I just went really light over top of where those foam dots were, and I didn't seem to have a problem. But if you were doing this layout, you just want to make sure you maybe don't put the foam dots on until you're absolutely ready. And it was just kind of convenient that there was this gap between my two die cuts of the love part there, that it was just an awful convenient spot to put my journaling in. That was definitely not planned out. It just seemed to work really, really well there. So yay for coincidences. So here you can kind of see I'm layering it over top of the background paper. I just want to make sure it looks really good, pardon me. And I think I'm going to cut down that background piece there just a little bit, just because it was a little bit of an awkward piece. So, and I'm not going to bore you guys with me pulling the adhesive off the back, so I fast forward that. And then I'm going to layer my background piece over top, just making sure it's all even. And then the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come back in with some pop dots. Wherever the down part of the V is, it was kind of bending in towards the background, so I just wanted to keep it popped up and keep it level with everything else. So I'm going to go and do that to each one of those V's, just to kind of, make sure it stays right. So I fast forwarded that part, obviously, because there was more than two V's there. And here I'm just layering some more of the papers over top. I'm just going to put all those layers back to where they were, except for I'm going to put my picture more towards the center of that clipboard. Pardon me. Oh, my throat is so scratchy. I think I have allergies. I think it's just starting to hit me all of a sudden. So here you can kind of see me putting all those layers back and making sure that's where I want everything to go. And I'm not sure what I'm doing now. I think I'm just debating on what to do. I definitely want those gold sequins in there. I just think they add just a really pretty punch of gold. So I'm going to put that all back. And then I'm not sure what I'm doing right now. I think I'm more or less just fussing with the layers. Oh, here, I'm just going to start gluing everything down. And I really love that pink triangle paper. And that is from the Dear Lizzie collection, the Fifth and Frolic one. But the Atlantic collection has the pink triangles too. And I did not get any of the Atlantic collection. I was really sad that I didn't. But I love the pink triangle paper. But I was glad that when I was looking through my stash that I noticed I had this pink triangle paper to kind of compensate for me not getting the Atlantic collection. So it was kind of a happy trade-off. I didn't have to go out and get the Atlantic collection to compensate, but it would have been nice. I love to shop. I'm sure you all do. Speaking of shopping, I have another thing that I would like to say. We are over 70 new members on Sandra's and my new Facebook group, and it is called Will Craft for Supplies. So the idea of the group is to kind of put money in a piggy bank for each project that you make. For example, this layout, a scrapbook layout, is worth $5. So I would take $5 of my money and I would put it in either a virtual piggy bank, or I could put it in a jar. Depends on where I do most of my shopping or where I plan to do my shopping. It's a good way to see a visual reference for how much money you can spend for the month. So for example, I do a lot of online shopping just because I don't have a lot of scrapbook stores near me. So I would put $5 in a PayPal, or in my PayPal account, and then that way when I am ready to do some shopping, my money is already there. I've already planned it out and I know exactly how much money I can shop with. So I think it's a smarter way to go about shopping. You only shop with what you can. And the other thing I should mention too is to make sure you are shopping within your budget. You do not want to overshop and have strain in elsewhere, whether it's bills or payments or something like that. So this is a good way to stay within a budget, a realistic budget for shopping. I think it's important for scrapbookers to stay within a budget and not overshop, and I am very guilty of overshopping. I will not be a hypocrite here and say I do not overshop, because I definitely do. For example, July, I'm sure you guys have seen my haul videos, and I overshop this month. I'm not gonna lie. So come August 1st, we all in the group decided we were all gonna start at zero. So if you would like to join this group and kind of have a fun way to shop and a more realistic way to shop, head on over to Will Craft for Supplies, and we'd love to see you over there, and we highly recommend people share their work. We'd love to be inspired by other people's work, and we also have challenges. I think we might be even having a giveaway. That's just a heads up. So I think if you guys would join, that would be awesome. And so yeah, head on over. It's been a fun group of well, I guess I shouldn't say ladies. It's a fun group of crafters so far. It's been lots of fun. So you saw me stamp out some little words that said love on it, but it just didn't feel like it went very well. So here I stamped it out again, but with the camera with the heart in the middle, and that is from the Studio Calico July kit. And I know it's the end of July. It feels like I just got my scrapbooking kit from Studio Calico, and I just ordered my August one because they had the what do you call it? Like if you're a subscriber, they have the early purchase or whatever you want to call it of the scrapbooking supplies today, and it just seems like I just got my kit. So I'm going to have to really dive into my kit and make a few more layouts. So I'm hoping that I can share those with you on some videos very shortly. So again, I'm just fussing. My goodness, I fussed a lot with this layout, and I think it's just because I wanted it to be so perfect. And the story about the layout, and I always like to try and tell a little bit of the story about some of the pages that I'm doing. But this layout is about my husband and I, and it's just how we have become such a very strong couple. We've gone through thick and thin, and for better, for worse, richer or poorer, sickness and health for sure. And I think we're a stronger couple for it. So it was just my little words to my husband. So I will keep it very personal at that. I will not say any more than that. So here I'm just going to cut off the excess off of the sides. I think one of my little gold sequins moved. I think that's why I had moved the paper around a little bit weird there. I see the one at the bottom is a little crooked, but I think I fixed that. And here I found a gold sticker, and it's from the Fifth and Frolic, and it says You and Me. So that's going to emphasize the You and Me in my title. Just because I didn't have any more of these gold triangles, I wanted to add a gold element to the other embellishment cluster just to kind of balance everything off. So that is that's two reasons why I chose that letter sticker. And here you can just see me moving those sequins around a little bit and adding some of those little die cut pieces that I cut out. And here I'm going to be putting down my letters, and these are still very, very wet, and I had them drying for probably half an hour to 45 minutes, and they were still really, really wet. So if you're going to use a technique like this, you're going to want to make sure you leave a lot of time to dry them, because it takes a long time for them to dry. But I really love how they look when they are completely dry. You can see a little bit of the background print on the letters, but not so much that it's distracting. But it's so pretty. And then I think we're getting close to the end. I think I add one label sticker and move some sequins around because they were just kind of in the wrong spot. And then I think we're going to be into some close-ups. So this layout really did not take a lot of time. I think I finished it in about an hour or so. That is in between interruptions and whatnot, but I really like it. It turned out really cute. And here I'm just putting some finishing touches on the page. And now we're going to get into some close-ups. So stay tuned for the pictures. Thanks for watching.